Hello, I'm Aiden. Welcome back to my channel. It is time for more Polybridge 2. We're making good progress in World 3 thus far. These levels, especially in the last episode, I feel like I'm finally getting a better grasp on what to expect, generally speaking. So I'm excited to see what's next. We're on World 3, Level 4, Doubling Down. 37 grand and change is the budget. Seems we have everything. So old car, hydraulic, boat, hydraulic, taxi is how this has to go. But why would I need a Oh, I understand. Okay. So the old car has to go down and get the star and come back up. And the taxi does not. But the star is where the boat is. Okay, I understand. So, if I just take the road down enough to get the star, it's gonna make the hydraulic kind of a pain in the ass. Maybe, because I don't know, for some reason in my brain, hydraulicing a curved road is more difficult, but maybe that's not necessarily the case, because seemingly we can split the hydraulic here and just lift like these 1 or 2 bits of road out of the way, so it's not going to be a super big hydraulic, and it is a long span, but both of these cars are light compared to like the super heavy ones I had to do last episode. So perhaps I can just regular truss this, and then at some point, like maybe on one of these trusses, I'll put the hydraulic, and we should only have to lift 1 or 2 tiles out of the way. Actually, this bridge is symmetrical, right? So I only have to do half of it. So let's start with a normal bridge, is what I'm thinking. Start with a normal bridge, super strong. Well, within reason, I hope. And then if I take this, copy, flip it, paste it. So then we've got a bridge that looks like this, and we're gonna need a center truss. And then on one of these, we need to split it here, right? Split it there, and then we can put a hydraulic here. And that should lift it. Contract. Yeah, contract. It should lift it out of the way enough. And this alone is 17 grand. So we have $20,000 to work with to ensure the bridge holds itself. That's assuming this hydraulic gets the bridge out of the way enough for the boat. So first and foremost, wall braces. I can probably just wooden truss that. Because even if I did steel, and wooden trusses are indeed cheaper than steel, but they are fairly strong. But that's really only supporting like this part of the bridge here. So then all of this is going to have to be supported from the bottom, which is pretty convenient that they put these anchors down here. Because this is, I mean, symmetrical as far as hydraulic levels go. symmetrical enough. And then from down here, I mean, steel's expensive, right? Do I really need steel? I want to find out how much it costs, first and foremost. So to support the bridge from here costs $4,600 for that support. I mean, that's not bad. This bridge design still leaves me like 8 grand, 9 grand under budget. So does it hold? Can the cars make it? And does the hydraulic work as I think it does? Is my question. Because otherwise it seems like a fairly straightforward level. Homie goes down and gets the star. Probably makes it up the hill. Yeah, he makes it up the hill fine. Is this out of the way enough of the boat? Is the question. Oh, that's close. That's so... Nope. Nope. Shit. That's unfortunate. Okay, so maybe... I feel like I've done this before where I just make the hydraulic longer. And it of course makes the bridge weaker. But the bridge wasn't super stressed. 18%, the car gets on it. Goes up to not even 40. No, this... Even the steel supports down here might be overkill. But the longer hydraulic means it can compress more. And maybe is out of the way of the boat enough? That looks pretty good to me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's clean. That's clean. And the taxi should make it too. So we're still over 8 grand under budget. Am I tripping, or maybe I'm getting good at bridges? For World 3, that seems pretty straightforward. 40% stress, so we kept low stress, safety percent. We're in the top 40%, nearly in the top 50k of all players. I'm happy with that. I feel like that was a super logical bridge. Let's see what other people did. So I did it for 28 grand and change. This person did it for 19 grand. Wow. Okay, so it's all road and wood. That's really clever. That is really clever. Very efficient. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I can get down with that. That's really good. That's really good. Do we have like a comically overpriced one? I saw one on the last page for 50 grand. Here's one, $58,000. I shouldn't be surprised. I asked for comically overpriced. And that it is. Comically overpriced. Really, really cool design though. Is that springs in there? That looks like springs, wood, and steel. That's cool. That's just fucking cool. I like that a lot. Let's figure out World 5 here. Semi-slope. We have $65,000. And every material except for hydraulics to work with. Dude here weighs 21 mass. Slow, bad acceleration, but he's got the horsepower. So that's 12 m/s² horsepower. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know exactly what that means. Usually I just see horsepower in a number, like 205 horsepower, whatever. But that should be enough horsepower to get up whatever ridge we make here. Ideally, I can just take this to here, and it's a tractor trailer, so maybe a slight, maybe a slight, if I unlock the tangents, a slight S-curve would be beneficial, because we want to make sure getting onto the bridge is smooth and getting off of the bridge is smooth. So perhaps just a slight S-curve could be the move here. And we have 65,000 to play with. And I figure we're going to need to, because 21 mass is heavy as hell. Alright, so for a span this size, I think I want to do the truss over and then under, which I've done before and I've made it work. I'm not entirely sure if it's necessarily stronger, but it seems to work for me. Which is why I kind of go for it. I don't know if I necessarily default to it, but I do tend to go for it, especially for bridges with like this type of S-bend in them. I feel like going over and then under makes it more logical for like the road. The road length maxes at 2 meters, I believe, and the wood length also maxes at 2 meters. So, I don't know, for some reason it just makes sense to me to like put the truss on the part of the curve that, like, if it's concave, you put the truss on the top. If it's convex, you put the truss on the bottom. I don't really know if that's logical or not, but it seems to work for me. So if you happen to know in the comments, like, if what I'm doing is logical, or maybe if this is not what should be done, or maybe this is just like a design preference, because I'm really not sure. But it has worked for me in the past, and that's what matters. Now we have rope and cable, so I could do a suspension bridge. But I did a suspension bridge last episode and it was pretty ugly. It did work, but it was pretty ugly. This is a really, really long span to just rely on trusses, wall braces, and this anchor here. But I want to see if it's possible. And if I have to make an adjustment, at least I know how to make a somewhat passable suspension bridge. Okay, this little area here, I kind of want... I don't want to just use a piece of steel, because we know that wooden trusses are cheaper than a piece of steel. But then if I take this out here, this is not cheaper than a piece of steel. Okay, right? 1,600 and a single piece of steel, 1,600. Okay, so it's not that big a difference. Maybe I'm just tripping. But then I want to also... This is going to be pricey too, but I know it's going to help, which is the important part. If I don't want to mess with a suspension bridge design type yet. But then if I do that, I could just change back to this. And then we've got double muscle, and double muscle means double strength, baby. I don't know that to be true, I'm just saying it like it is. So we've got that. And this anchor point here is going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting. But we can make a wall brace here. I kind of want to center this like that. And that's going to be holding a lot of weight. But we can also reinforce this, and that looks like a square, but now it's a big muscle. Now it's just one big muscle. And if I want to center all of this, make a nice X shape, because an X shape is just triangles with a little more complicated relationship. I have my doubts about that, but I know that's strong. I know damn well that's strong. This, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see on that. But this middle point here is where most of the strength is going to come from, right? So if I do a muscle to here, like that. Actually, let's make it wide. I want a nice big muscle. Big muscle. Because I also want the weight of this point here. Because this truss under, right, once the truck gets on top, if it does, I really hope it does. If it makes it this far, the weight of the truss, or the truss is going to compress? Or no, the truss is gonna expand, and then some of the weight is gonna land on this wall brace, and some of it's gonna come all the way down here to this point, which I want to reinforce with a muscle. And maybe, this might be greedy. This might be greedy. But that looks logical. I've added more triangles, which always seems promising. Can I cannot just add a piece of wood there. Unless... Let's go, team. Let's go. Okay, so we've got that, but this here is a long span to be unreinforced. So how do I deal with that? Maybe here I could do something like this. And I know this doesn't look ideal, but that'll help out, maybe? Hopefully that'll help out. Because we've added more triangles, and we've added this nice, like, kind of straight support down. I could even bring that in some. So that, like, the stress kind of curves down, and like all these added supports maybe take some extra stress too. I don't know if I'm thinking about that correctly, or if I'm just making it up as I go along. Because I could be doing both. I very well could be. But I mean, I don't know if I trust it, but it looks like the fact that this is all wood is worrying to me. But this 2/3 of the bridge seems reasonable, right? Am I crazy for thinking that? We're nearly 20 grand under budget, which makes me believe I must be missing something. But I want to see how this does. 36% just the bridge holding itself. Okay, duly noted. Maybe I should have reinforced the entire road. And that's going to be pricey. But with a span this long, and with a truck weighing 21 mass, perhaps it was worth doing from the get-go. So now we're at 52 out of 65 grand. So now we're 12 grand under budget, give or take. 41% stress off jump. That's higher, though. Oh, wait. 81, 60, wait. The end of my... quite. Yeah, the end of my bridge. Okay, that makes sense. So, let's make this wooden truss larger. That was the piece of wood that broke. So what if I just transform this into an entirely independent muscle, which maybe I should have sussed out initially, just making that a bigger muscle. The entire last half of this bridge I'm not confident on. But if most of the weight is coming down this way into that steel muscle, maybe it'll work? Right? Because the first 2/3 of the bridge does. Kind of like I thought it would. But this last half, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, maybe I need to steel a lot more than I think I do. That needs to be steel. Maybe this just needs to be bigger here. Maybe the triangles altogether need to be larger. And then like this wall brace at the end hasn't broken yet. It doesn't seem to be experiencing a lot of stress, but like the weight of the bridge itself is coming down this whole path here. So I'm maybe thinking like this entire wooden bottom may eventually have to be steel, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I mean, it seems like a reasonable bridge, but this is a really heavy truck. So... Damn. Yeah, it's exactly what I theorized, brother. Okay, so... Yeah, the underside of this is indeed gonna have to be steel. So maybe I maximize the size of these triangles. Can 2 pieces of steel do the job? I could also add a muscle from like this point up to one of these points here if this issue continues, but I'm hoping not to have to do that because that's really expensive. So maybe I can get away with just stealing a couple of the truss pieces is the hope. But I have my doubts because that's a long stretch at the end there. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Oh, why you? Why you? What? Why that? That's confusing. That is confusing. I feel like if I add much more to this, it's gonna just start... It's gonna become just an amalgamation of just shapes, geometric shapes, and I'm not sure that's ideal. So maybe, and hear me out on this, I shrink some of these down because this part of the bridge just works, right? The first 2/3 just work. What if I add supporting trusses to those parts of the bridge to maybe encourage some of the stress of this latter half to travel down to the part we reinforced earlier is maybe an idea. But now we're only $5,000 and change under budget. So maybe the over-under truss idea was not the play this time. Or maybe it does work eventually. Oh, maybe it... Oh my god, we almost fucking made it. What broke? Oh, quite. Yes. Okay, sensical. I kind of figured... At some point I mentioned this whole wooden side would be an issue. Now we're $4,000 under budget. But we know it makes it nearly to the end. It just has to make it the rest of the way. I figure I'm not gonna be near the top percent on this one. What? But it works. But it works. Let's go. Let's fucking go. That was a heavy-ass truck, dog. 95% stress. Wait a damn minute. We're still in the top half of players. And we're still in the top 70,000. Maybe that's not so bad. So my budget was 60,000 and change. Let's find a nice cheap one here. 39,000. 39,000. Oh my god. So they... Okay, wait. Oh, wait a damn minute. Play that back. So they just did a completely straight line, which I feared wouldn't work. I didn't need that S-curve at all. You can get away with a completely straight line, but that engineering is incredible. Nearly all wood. There's a little steel down here, but that's nearly all wood. But yeah, the weight of this entire side is just funneling down into the middle anchor, and so is the weight from here funneling to the middle and to the anchor over there. That's genius. That's genius. I like that a lot. Let's find a comically overpriced one again. I want to see one of them today. Or another one, rather. Can I sort by most expensive, maybe? I just want to see... Oh, here we go. Here we go, brothers. What? Now, what were we thinking here? This $76,000, and it seems we've made a cock. And I see some supportive, you know, that's a cock and balls as a bridge. And we want to talk about creative. You can... Hey, does it really get much better than that? I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Let's figure out what 3.6 has to offer. Rock skipping. Oh no. Oh, it's a fucking buggy level again. Oh, I hate these. Oh, I really hate these. We only have 12 pieces of road, 3 unique anchor configurations, and we have to skip the buggy across. Oh, I hate these. I really, really, really hate these. The last one I did of this took me over half an hour to do. I think I even titled that episode like, I hate buggies, or like stupid bouncing buggy. Maybe if I... Well, how fast are you? How fast are you? Good speed, good acceleration, and horsepower. Okay. So it's pretty fast. What if I just take 2 pieces of road? Or maybe 3. What if I just launch him some? Give him a little launch. Skip the entire first thing. And then maybe he'll land on the second one, and then I can just like boom and boom, right? Could be a fun idea. And I figure a lot of energy is going to be exerted during these jumps. So I want nice big triangles. And maybe even a piece of spring might be a good idea. If I compress that kind of far, does it hold? No, it does not have the strength. What if I compress it more? I just want to see if it holds pretty decently. It does, but it doesn't launch him far. What if I compress it a lot? Oh no. Okay, too much compression. I just want to suss out how much... okay, so the first bit maybe doesn't matter that much. Maybe I am gonna have to use all three of these little node islands. So what if I just do like a little jump here? Whoops, that's a spring. Oh, my bad. What if I just do a little jump here and just to give him some loft, right? This doesn't, I hope, doesn't need to be springed, but then I can do some kind of little construction here where the dude can land and then maybe catch more air, right? And then I can do like dude catches air, dude catches air, dude catches air. I think that's how I solved the last edition of this type of bridge. I think. I honestly don't remember. It's blacked out of my memory ever since I edited that episode and decided I hate buggies. It's kind of been blacked out of my memory. So, how do I support it? Do I allow... I might have to bring this launch up a little more. Do I allow springs to hold it up? It doesn't seem super secure, but it's going to cause a lot of stress while it lands. So I have a feeling we're going to need like a supporting structure that won't move. Right? Or won't move as much, perhaps? Oh, I understand. Okay, so we're gonna need something. Maybe 3 points of contact here. Oh, what the? Oh. My bad. My bad. I might be silly. I might be silly in the brain. My mistake. I'll have to do another triangle like this. And then another spring like that. Okay, that makes more sense. If I do it like that... There's no... Oh, what if I do that? What if I do that? If I do this neutral and this neutral, I don't even need that. Or maybe I do. I do. I need... Hold on a damn minute. I need that at least. So there's a triangle holding it up. It bounces, but then something breaks. Now that's a damn shame. What if I do that? Maybe it'll hold it more stable. So it does bounce. That's the important part. 27 grand, the first jump and a half gets me up to 8,400. Maybe I should have measured out. Hold up, let me measure out. Where does he land after this jump? pretty low, honestly. Pretty low. If I... What is it, 3 pieces of road every time? Maybe? Something like that? Because the last jump at the end is kind of far. I'm really freeballing it here. I don't know if I'm going to have to fast forward through any of this just for the sake of all of the trial and error this might take. But I feel like this general idea is the right idea. I really hope. Whoops. Because, like, if I make these wooden supports, then the jumpy bits don't, like, skedaddle and break on the way out, but they're also not very strong. So if that dude jumps... Oh! The springs handled it, but I can even make this more like that. Maybe? Maybe. Maybe. This is going to be a lot of trial and error, I think. The first jump... The second jump is not necessarily catching him quite right. This might just be a lot of finagling. First jump. Ooh, yikes, brother. Understood. Let's try down here some. I feel like this is the right idea. Because an idea similar to this is how the last stupid bouncing buggy level went. Was something similar to this, I believe. Oh, that worked, but his landing is kind of whack, isn't it? Makes the first jump. Yeah, maybe the first jump is part of the problem. Hold up. Hold up. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Let me suss this out. Damn it. Okay, so I got some things lined up where the first jump and the second jump do indeed line up with this third jump decently. Thing is, this third jump I have not yet gotten the right idea on. I have an extra road piece as well, which I kind of just realized. So there's... I really don't need to do any, like, crazy... ideas, right? I could just do a regular wooden... No, maybe not. I could do a steel support to here. Oh, I'm almost at budget, I just realized, too. So if I do springs to there to hold that up, and then from here... God, I hate these levels, which I know I've mentioned before. But it's not just the fact that the physics is confusing to me. It's the fact that I never feel like I have enough money to make the physics logical. I am gonna need it. Hold up. I am gonna need that other piece there. I'm only $500 under budget on this. I really I really need Dog to make this last jump here. He makes the first, makes the second, the third one just kinda collapses. Which is really an issue. That's really an issue when money is also tight. Could it be that my building skills on levels like these are bad? Yes. The answer is yes. Fuck. Could that be the key? Yes and no. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, so really all I did was lift some of this up so the landing is softer. And then I got rid of the springs on this side. Because this side doesn't really need springs. This can move up and down. And since this is a hinge point right here, these being springs and this not being a spring doesn't make a difference. The buggy fucking made it. Thank God. But the bridge broke at the end, which I don't want. I just needed to make that end a little stronger. It did it again. Oh, okay, so maybe I might have to make this like at budget. Damn near at budget. But a bigger muscle will make it stronger. This has to work. I hate these types of levels. They just don't resonate with my brain well. Son of a broken wood, dude. Are you stupid? Are you a imbecile? Are you even necessary? Yes. No? No. No, it's not. Hold a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. Hold up. That mightn't have... Oh, over budget. Under budget. What if I just do it smarter? Or is this dumber? Oh, let's fucking go. I hate the buggy bouncing levels. I even needed my thinking glasses on for that. Oh my god. Oh. I was $100 and change under budget. Yeah. Top 80%. Top 90 thou. I did not do impressively. I will tell you that much. Here's the thing. I'm sure other people did it for genius levels. Genius levels. So I did 26 grand and change. Let's see what other people thought. There's one here for 7,000. I can't even hardly see what's going on. Oh, that's dangly road type things, isn't it? That's dangly road stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Here's one, $12,000. We only see half the level, though. Ooh, but the level we get to see is pretty impressive. No springs? No springs. It's just all... Wow. Wow, it's just so smoothed out that when the buggy lands, it's not that much stress. That's crazy. Here's one for $45,000. So one big steel jump, a landing, and a second big steel jump. That's, I mean, you kept the stress under 50%. That's very safe your percent of you. Keep that up. But like, that's so nuts. And like my whole goal of this thing, right, is to be like under budget, nothing breaks type completion while also being safety percent, like I've mentioned for however many episodes this is. What am I on, 11? I think I'm on 11th episode now. But like, that's very safety percent, but you're so far over budget. That's crazy. Anyway, I like it. I can't hate on a good, safe bridge. But this, so far, has been up to level 3-5 was fantastic. I hate the bouncing buggy type shit. It just doesn't resonate with me. The next level we have is level 3-7 support cable, which we will get to in the next episode of Polybridge. I hope you enjoy this series. I enjoy Polybridge 1 and of course Polybridge 2. Polybridge 3 we will get to once we make it further in this game, of course, so I hope you're enjoying this series. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy, smoosh that subscribe button. Bye.